Let's get this show on the road. How's it? How's everyone? Hey, how's it, Rizzo? Welcome. Good to have you on board. Let's get going and let's get started. I know it's a couple of minutes early, but let's get the show on the road and let's get moving. Why not? Don't forget, most traders lose money. That's the risk associated with the stock market. That's not gonna go away. Let's get on with it. G'day, Greg. How's it, mate? Good to see you. All the way from Brisbane. How's the time difference? I mean, how's that working out today? It's quite a way. Let's go and have a look at the charts before we get started. You know what I was actually thinking of doing today? But we'll see when all the other traders get here what they think of it. I was thinking we'll go on a demo and we'll trade on 5-minute charts and see how well we do. We'll take the system and see if it works there for you. And then you can all see what it's like to trade on 5-minute charts on day trading and see how easy it is to lose. Okay, so the US 500 is actually on its way down again, it looks like. Looks like that's given up the ghost. Let's have a look at the history of the trades. We got taken out by loads of stop losses yesterday, unfortunately. Brent being one of them, and that one's actually quite annoying because Brent, has gone back up to almost where the cost was close by. So it's one of those, that's a bit annoying. US CAD trailing stop out, Euro Great British Pound trailing stop out, but I wasn't too concerned by that because there was a lot of noise in the market and it's okay, all right? But we want to make more on our wins. We don't want to be sitting with wins like that. It's getting irritating when they keep getting taken out by these little whims. It's got a lot to do with the US politics at the moment and the way they're carrying on, unfortunately. So this morning what I did is I took this trade. Forgive me for making a few mistakes, but sometimes when I'm making videos, my brain turns to mush and I say the wrong thing. And in the videos, I called the Swiss franc the one because of CNY, CHF, Anyway, so yeah, CHF, GPY, the Swiss franc, we traded that. I did a buy this morning. And the reason I took that buy is because I saw it coming. It broke the trend resistance, broke out, came back to retest, classic retest. So I was looking at the classic retest as, okay, that's going to give us a long trade out. But it actually went back through the trend resistance and all the way down to the main support. Yeah, okay, so that's fine. That's also a retest, and it looks like it wants to now start going in the right direction. So hopefully that'll go in the right direction for us. If there's any other trades, let me know. Okay. Deep discount, premium entry, optimal entry, smart money level. Good afternoon, Rob, fellow traders, sunny Johannesburg. How's it, David? Been a while. 0 points, standard fib retracement. 10:30 at night here. Big cyclone, 200k. Oh yes, I heard about the cyclone. I hope you guys are all right there. That could be quite rough. Sure. But even here down here in Cape Town, when they tell us we're getting a cyclone, I normally just relax and it goes past and it doesn't really do anything. But yeah, sometimes these things can be quite scary. So hopefully it's not too bad. Going on with it. Oh, you're talking about your fib levels? Fib levels, just remember the golden zone's always between 50 and 618. Golden zone, between 50 and 618. That's what you're looking for. Don't worry about the other levels too much. ICT, I'm not a big firm believer in ICT. ICT takes their whole trading system based on what we're doing here with support and resistance. And what they do is they've taken all this stuff and they've created loads of complicated things and fair value gaps and all kinds of strange things. It actually, this is based on the Wyckoff system. The Wyckoff invented this many years ago. Don't ask me what the date was, probably in the 70s. But Wyckoff invented their system many years ago. And really, guys, it's that's what everybody bases their system off at the end of the day. Even my support and resistance, where do you think it comes from? It's at the end of the day, it's a Wyckoff system. So it's just that Wyckoff's a little bit complicated with their up and down, up and down, up and down, springboards and all the rest of it. Make it complicated, just keep it simple, look for the green candles out, look for the retest, that sort of thing. ICT will be very close to this kind of system, but I don't base my systems at all on what they say as far as I'm concerned. Look, those are just what they say. You know, at the end of the day, gospel is, if you read the Bible, for example, anyone, whether it be the Quran or the Christian Bible, whichever one, and it tells you something and it's been there for 1,000,000 years, that's what it is. It doesn't change. And the golden zone on fib is between 50 and 618. That's it. End of story. There is no, you can't change it. You can't change it to suit yourself or to suit, the ICT can't change it to suit themselves. Let's be honest. It is what it is. The fib levels are what they are, and we don't change them. That fib level that we talk about with the golden zone goes back many years, longer than I've been trading, and I've been trading for 30 years. You know, it goes way back past that. So yeah, changing it's not going to help anytime soon. Okay. Hello and good day, everyone. You know, Herc, when you say imaginary levels, funnily enough, the Fibonacci, I'm actually quite impressed with it. I've actually used it as backup before, because it often will be in confluence with your levels. Strangely enough, it does work. It does work, but you've got to use it correctly. Based on your experience, did you ever assess the, you know, now I've got like this thing here, investment between US 10-year yields, flow money in and out of indices alongside price action? Hi, everyone. I hope someone else made some money on USA CAD. Yeah, we did. We made money on USA CAD, but not much because it took out the trailing stop loss. But yeah, it was profitable. Okay, so here's the thing. The money flows are insanely important, very important to the way the markets work, but it's a different way of trading. So if you're starting to look at 10-year yields, 2-year yields, 5-year yields, and you start playing around in those areas, you've got to choose a sort of system of trading. You can use it as confluence. You can look at it, and you can look at which way the money's flowing and what's happening in the markets and how it's going to affect your trading and what have you. But just be very careful of putting yourself off. I would rather use it more for investing. I'd rather use a 10-year yield, a 5-year yield, the information, the way the money's flowing in and out and that sort of thing on my investments. I'd look at the way things are going and I'd say, okay, things are looking like this is what's going to happen over the next period. And that will give me some more insight into an investment decision rather than a trading decision, because, you know, like definitely on US yields. Yields are time in the market, not timing the market. You can't time the market with yields. It's very much a long-term investment. So yeah, you can gauge the money flow, but use it on investments. Don't be using it for your trading too much, because it's very difficult. For example, money flow in a country, money flows in and out because they need money to pay their accounts at the end of the month and pay the army and pay this and pay that, and there's bills to be paid in a country just like a normal household, and that money flows back and forth. So it's like the old analogy of the old swimming pool. It fills it up and it empties it out, and that sort of thing. And if you understand how the money is flowing, that's great. But you can't use it for trading. You can use it for looking at how the country's doing, how things are looking in the future, when it will move markets up and down, but it's going to be difficult to do it on a short-term trading basis. If we go and play around on the 5-minute, I'm thinking of doing a demo on the 5 minutes and just playing around with it with us, and we can see how it goes. But I don't want to confuse everyone with fib levels now. It's great to use fib levels, but we gotta do it with support and resistance and trend lines. Okay. Risk on, risk off sentiment. You see the oil. Let me show you the oil. We went long on the oil up there at that green candle coming off the support. We weren't looking at this trend at all. We were looking at it coming off its support at its low. We did get in too early, but we were looking at it coming off its support on its low and going to the upside, which it started to do, by the way. And then it came down and it broke through the support. But this is kind of almost like an unusual event. It doesn't normally do this. Yesterday it spiked down, came up, and now it's trying to go back up again. Now we've got a kind of trend resistance here where you're looking for it to break to the upside. But you're quite correct. You should have waited for it to break through that trend resistance all the way up there, and then you're going to get a decent long on oil or Brent. But sometimes in trading, you take trades early because they look good, because you've got a trend support here. It's breaking out of the trend support. It's giving you a green candle. It's looking like it's going to the upside, and then that happens. That's trading. It's 50-50. There's no guarantees. Don't base your whole life on these charts. Like I've said to you a million times, this is the trouble with traders, is you get convinced by some course or by some person or by some genius that the charts are going to make you money, that the market is somehow mathematics, that the market is somehow made up fractally, and that you're going to make your money because of the way these candles move. But that's not the case. At the end of the day, the market is about having a willing buyer and a willing seller, and human beings are behind these candles. The way these candles move are irrelevant at the end of the day. If you decide the market's going up and you take a trade, then that's your decision. And you've made that decision because you're now a willing buyer and there's someone out there that's a willing seller and they've decided that it's going down. If you base everything on this technology, you're going to fail. You've got to understand that you've got to have the strategy, and you've got to base everything on your strategy, base everything on your psychology, and understand that you're buying shares of somebody else, another human being. You're not buying shares of a computer. That's just how it works. It's real human beings. And we all tend to think that we're somehow playing a mathematics game, some kind of monopoly game. It's not a game, guys. It's real stuff, okay? Real money. Oil did break out of 8 hours on Tuesday, then it fell. And yes, Mr. Unholy Audio, I'll tell you, it is in a downtrend, and you're quite right. It was bearish, but as you know, we trade three ways. One is trend is your friend. You trade with a trend. One is we trade in a range, and the third one is we counter trade. So we counter traded, and it didn't work. That's the most riskiest one, counter trading. So that's how it goes. Look at this, the CHF JPY, Swiss franc. Okay, we took this one long based on the fact that it had broken through the trend resistance. That's a counter trade, and we took it here on the retest. On the retest, it looked okay. It looked okay this morning. It looked like a trade that you could take. It's on the retest, classic retest, and then it drops through that, goes down to the support to retest down here. We're in a loss in this trade because it's 50-50 either way. But the trend is down, so if you stay with the trend, you'll be going short. But we're counter trading. We're looking for a counter trade to the upside, and that's what we were trading this morning. That's how it goes. Some you win, some you lose. I'm waiting for up we go, 71.633. On the Brent, yeah, that looks it goes up to here, back to the 71 now. You say yeah, you're waiting for the 71.633. Yesterday we bought it at around 71, exactly that. It looked like it was going that way. You're going to do the same thing. What if it comes back again? You're counter trading it. You've got to understand that it can go against you. It can go the other way. And I see the CHF JPY is seriously going against us now. So hopefully it doesn't keep on going. And it's a lovely sunny spring afternoon in Scotland. I'm well up on the Aussie dollar, US dollar, but it's in range now, so I'm watching closely. Good thing, Kevin. Did you get your computer back? Our job is to trade whatever edges, manage risk accordingly, and let the laws of probability play it out. I can see uptrend, you see downtrend. The job as a trader is to execute. And that's completely true. That's it at the end of the day. At the end of the day, it's not about these lines, guys. The lines will give you a high probability trade, but they won't give you a winning trade every time. Sometimes you're going to get losing trades, and you're going to have to live with those losing trades because that's how life works. It's a 50-50 game. But how you execute it and how you control the trades, that's where the money is at the end of the day. It's all in the psychology, guys. Hey, Wendy, welcome back. It's good to see you again. Been a couple of days. There we go. You can do it either way. Mark, do you enter once the 4-hour candle finishes printing, or do you drop to the lower time frame? If you prefer to drop to the lower time frame and trade on the lower time frame and look for a sniper entry, you can. But that's basically sort of, if you don't have the patience or you don't want to wait, you can do that. But if you do want to wait and you want to wait for the candle to close, that's the right way to do it. You can wait for the 4-hour candle to close and then you can take the trade. You do want your day, your 4-hour, your 1-hour to sort of be in confluence, going the same way and giving you the same sort of information when you take the trade. So there's nothing wrong with dropping down to the 1-hour and having a look and see. You can do that. There's no problem. But then just remember, if you do that, effectively you're trading on the 1-hour, because now you're basing your trade on what's happening in the 1-hour scenario. So how's it, Eugene? Yeah, that's cool. So that's what we're actually doing. We're actually basing it on what's happening in the 1-hour scenario. So what I thought we'd do, guys, is we'll take the system today, and I've got a demo account ready on TradingView for us to play around with a little bit. And I thought what we'll do is I'm just going to move this around a little bit so that it's not in the way. Okay. And we're going to go to a demo account, and we're going to trade on the 5-minute chart for a little while. And we're just going to see what happens on those 5-minute charts when we trade with our system, just for you guys, for interest. That's just the news that's up there. I have put it up there. I have got it up there so we can play around a little bit. Let's just go to the setup. This is the news, by the way. So, that's today's news. Stagflation's back. Trump is causing a lot of issues in the market at the moment, but normally when he's in power, things go better. Okay, so this is a demo account, and it's $100,000, right? It's on the 5-minute charts. Guys, do you want to pick a instrument that you want to trade on the 5-minute charts? Pick anyone. I'm on the Euro Great British Pound at the moment. So let's have a bit of fun today. Let's just play around. There's no money to be won or lost here. This is completely paper trading. It's a demo account. There's no real money here. This is just to see what happens when you trade on a 5-minute chart. Rob, what do you grade in the level of importance stop loss, take profit, entry of a setup? Stop loss is the most important, and then your entry, and then your take profit. Okay, so stop loss first. All right. Okay, so Mark wants gold. Anolia Audio wants Great British Pound, US dollar. Both of those, Great British Pound, US dollar, and gold, are kind of going to the long side. So, okay, it's kind of going one way, but we can have a look at it, and let's just see if we can get anything out of these trades. Okay. AVAC, Anali SUI, Anali AVAX. Hi Wendy, nice to see you, my friend. EuroCAD short. Cryptos are in an uptrend. Just okay, yeah, that's great. Okay, wonderful stuff. Okay, we're not going to do crypto. Great British Pound, US dollar. They are kind of in an uptrend. Do you guys want to play with this? Let's just play with this. Okay. All right, so let's have a look here at the 5-minute charts and see what we got, right? And let's just see if we're able to do something with this, right? And we're going to use our system and see what it does. Just completely out of interest. Let's draw that trend line in there. Okay, there will be a support down here somewhere on the 5 minutes. around the bottom. So let's just draw that in. So we've got that. We know that that's there just for interest's sake. And we're going to draw one in at the top level here, just to know where that is out of interest's sake. So that's your 5-minute chart. Okay, let's put it back on the candles. And I'm not taking it to the higher time frame to draw anything in. So don't you guys think that we should buy once it goes through that level there, right? Oh, yeah. Okay. Hi, Luigi. How's it going? We're just playing games, by the way. We're playing games with this demo account here. We're going to see if we're able to do anything with this account, if we're able to play a game here and try and make some money off of this account. Okay. So let's see what it does. Let's see if it goes to the upside, if it goes to the downside. What's it actually going to do? It's going a bit slow, actually. You know, I'd expect it to go a lot faster for a 5-minute chart. But okay. Let's see what we get. Let's see if we get any kind of buy. What kind of size trade do we want to take here? Shall we have a look at... I'm just going to have a look at the order here. I'm just going to have a look at here. And just say, all right, so we would be looking at a buy. We would be looking at a stop loss of $1,000. So that would give us 67,500 units. Okay, and that would be a stop loss. Okay, so stop loss would be down at, if it was a buy, 128,650. 128,650. Trying to get this thing to work, yeah. So take profit 129. Yeah, no, let's just do this. Okay. Why would the stop loss be 128,650? Okay. And that gives you serious 675,000. Okay. That's going short. Let's just see. I was just having a look at the size of the trades. Yeah, I just want to see what it does. Let's see how we go. Okay, morning, Peter. We're just playing a game here on the 5-minute charts. Don't trade the 5-minute charts. I'm going to get destroyed doing that. But we're just playing a game here, and we want to see what's going to happen. So as you can see here, someone said buy. As you can see, we didn't buy. Good idea not to buy just yet. Entry 1.28821, eh? Okay. As you can see, it's coming down heavily. So now what I'm going to do here, I'm not going to place orders because we're in a 5-minute, right? All I wanted to do is work out how big that trade needs to be. I mean, it's only a demo account. If we get it wrong, it's fine. And I'm not going to place any stop losses in here because when you when you are playing around with 5-minute charts, it's really difficult to work out your trades. You can put your stop losses in afterwards if you need to and modify the trade. But you should be watching the trade and it shouldn't be a big deal. Okay, so I know Herc's traded on these short time frames before, so you know what it's like. You know what the feeling is. I just want to show everybody else what this is like. So had you taken that long there, you wouldn't have worked out because you were in the wrong place. And it's going short now. It most probably will go long. It most probably will turn long. Let's wait for it to get down to this level and see what it does. There is another level here. There's another level right here where it could be picking up money. Let's see if it gives us a green candle and we'll buy. It's gonna, you see, this is the trouble with the 5-minute charts, as I've told you guys before. Insanely unreliable information. In fact, what it's probably going to do in all likelihood, because I didn't draw this in, it's probably going to take that money right there that you didn't see, and it's going to turn around and it's going to go long. Okay, so that candle, there's no time on it, is there? Okay, it's a demo, so I can't see the time. But right now, that's going to turn around, and in all likelihood, it's probably going to go long. Okay, there's a red candle. There's not a lot of information here. So what do you do as a short-term trader? Do we buy it or do we sell it? I would buy it. Okay. Yeah, strictly 1 hour minimum. Well done, her. I'm just doing this for fun. So now, there we go. We got the buy. So I'm buying. Okay, so we've bought, right? Geez, that was expensive. So let's say the stop loss is down here at 128,650, right? And let's say the take profit is up here at 129. And now we're going to play a game and see what happens here. Let's see. Now, this is short-term trading. And look, it's a demo, so it really doesn't matter. This is short-term trading. Let's see how it works. Let's see if this actually works. Let's see what's going to happen. Right, can I actually modify this trade now? Is it possible? I don't know. Let me just check here if I can fix the trade up, because now it is, yes, we can play around with the trade. We can modify the trade. So now we can put the stop loss in. So we set the stop loss at 128.6, eh? 128.600. Okay, there's a stop loss. And can we put a take profit in? Don't know. Let's just see. 129.1. Just for the fun. There we go. Take profit. Modify. Boom. There we go. We got a stop loss and a take profit in. Okay. Let's minus that. Now let's see what happens to this trade. Yeah, we're having fun now, aren't we? Hey, this is a bit of fun. I just want to show you guys what it's like trading on a 5-minute chart. This is a complete demo. If the money goes down the toilet, who cares? There's no real money here. This is just a demo. It's even easy for me to take it because I'm not worried. That's not real money, is it? So now you can see how this moves, okay? Now, whether we make a profit or a loss here, guys, just watch this, okay? Just watch this, right? And just see what it's like. I'll just put it out there so you can see it. I think my picture's down here somewhere, so it's fine. We should be just okay, and there shouldn't be any problem here, right? So now we're just watching to see what it's going to do on a short time frame. Okay, under our normal trading conditions, we've got a question here. Do you take into consideration the fundamentals, or is it purely technical analysis? Now, don't look at this. This is just a 5-minute game, all right? On the real trading that we're doing every week, every live show, and on our normal Funded Trader Markets account and our normal account, yes. But understand me with fundamentals and what I look at fundamentals as. I look at fundamentals as big things that happen around the world, things that are happening in the background, like Donald Trump speaking to Zelensky and things like that. That's quite important stuff. You know, that's stuff you want to know that's happening. But do I play into the news on a regular basis, like looking for the jobs figures every Thursday and Friday, looking at CPI and all that kind of stuff? No, not interested in that at all. That is knee-jerk reaction in the markets. It moves markets up, it moves markets down, it effectively just plays around with your mindset, and that I don't look at, that I don't bother with at all. What I look at is I look at the charts and I see traders behind the candles. Charts are irrelevant. They're effectively, if you take a trade, it's 50-50. It's either going to go up or it's going to go down. There's no two ways about it. But when I look at a chart, I see people, I see human beings. I don't see charts. I see, ooh, there's a big red line there. There's a whole lot of sellers in the market. I see a big green line. I see a whole lot of buyers in the market. I'm looking for the best buy, the best sell. What am I looking for? I'm looking for liquidity. I'm looking for where all the sellers put their stop losses, where all the buyers put their stop losses, where they put their orders, and then I'm looking to take that money. That's what I'm doing in the market. I'm not looking at charts. Charts are irrelevant. A win rate is irrelevant. What's relevant is finding the money. That's why we trade with price action. That's why we trade with support and resistance. That's why we trade with trend lines and those sorts of things. Now, normally under normal conditions, I just took this so you can see how fast this moves, okay? At the end of the day, I would wait for it to break through that trend resistance before taking the long, but I took it out of the demand level here. There's money lying here. It's taken that money and it's going up, all right? So I just took it from that. We should actually have waited for it to break through that level, but I just wanted you to see how quickly money comes and goes. Now, if you're trading on a 5-minute chart, guys, now look at the levels we played with here. Now, this would have been a $100,000 account. Look at the high stakes that you're playing with here. On a 5-minute chart, you're taking this trade at 128.8. You're putting your stop loss at 128.6, which is not really far away, and you're putting your take profit up at 129.1. Now, if you take this to a 4-hour chart, that's nothing in the greater scheme of things. But on a 5-minute chart, this is huge, and it's moving fast. Now, as quickly as it can make you that profit, it can take that loss. It's high-stakes trading if you're trading for this kind of trading, if you're trading on these 5-minute charts. Look how quickly you're making $250. You could be losing it just as quickly. And that's how 5-minute trading works. It's exciting, but 99% of traders lose on 5-minute trading because of this. It's actually a pity that it's going green at the moment because I want you guys to feel the red. But anyway, okay, that's good. Yes, Kevin, if you're trading these 5-minute charts, you literally can't walk away from this. You're going to have to watch it. This is really high stakes. This is big moves. Lots of movement, and you don't want to be walking away from this kind of thing. Okay, it's very much, this would be, if I closed this now, it would be a scalp. Okay, ooh, we made $300 quickly. That would be a full-on scalp, but we risk it. We're risking 1,500 to take 300, which is just insane at the end of the day. Even this risk to reward is not very good, by the way. Lincoln, I started scalping stocks on 1-minute charts, didn't work out very good. No, it won't. It never will. How's it ever going to work out very good? This information that I'm looking at here is on a 5-minute chart. It's so unreliable, this information, that it's actually quite insane. This information is just 5 minutes, 5 minutes, 5 minutes, 5 minutes, 5 minutes, 5 minutes. So all of these candles are just 5 minutes. You've got 5 minutes of information in each candle. It's really not worth much. I know that in general, the Great British Pound, US dollar, I know on the daily chart and the weekly that it's bullish. I know that, okay? So taking a long trade, I'm probably on the safer side of the trade. But by the same token, is that something that's going to help you win on 5-minute charts? I don't know. Maybe not. Sometimes these charts have crazy sellouts. Well, on the 5 minutes, especially if you're going into somebody standing up and saying something silly, you're going to get insane spikes sometimes. I'm actually surprised I'm not seeing many spikes on this chart. But yeah, sometimes you're seeing some insane spikes. We'll finish up with this in a little while, and we'll go back to our normal 4-hour trading. I just want to see how this plays out, just for the fun of it. Okay, so on the $100,000 account, it'll be $450 profit and $160 risk. No. On a $100,000 account, it would be $1,000 risk, and I would like to make $2,000. On this case, I just took the trade really quickly, and I just want, and it's actually on $1,500 risk, which is way too much. This should be up here somewhere at $1,000, And then that is the take profit at 1,800, and that you can actually bring down to there to make it 1,600. That's not too bad. It's not the end of the world, you know, and that's an achievable target if you're trading on that kind of thing. The funded accounts actually are not going to work for you trading 5-minute charts. Most people get into funded accounts and try and trade the 1-minute and 5-minute charts, and then they find out that the drawdown knocks them out of the game completely, because if you get too much drawdown, they close your account, and then you end up in the dustbin. It's actually better to be using cash if you're trading 5-minute accounts. No, you don't need a funded account to trade in currencies. You can trade with cash if you've got the right broker. Every single broker offers you Forex, every single broker that I know of. So if you want to trade currencies, any broker that you choose will allow you to trade currencies. Leverage trading, just check your leverage, check how much it is. Too much leverage is also not good for you. Okay, we are doing a funded trading account series. That whole account that we're trading on for the 4-hour charts, for ourselves, for you guys, that's a funded trader markets account. That's a funded account. I was going to open a $10,000 account for you guys, and then I decided that if we mess it up, then I'm going to lose that 10 grand because it's real money. And that account was for you guys. If you decide we must take a trade and we look at it, we take the trade. And the account's doing okay. I mean, it's not really going either way, but it's doing okay. But that account only costs me $100, and it's a $25,000 account. And if it loses, then you only lose the $100. So it's fine. You know, that's okay. The channel is paying for that, and that's fine. Okay, so no, we're doing the funded account on that series. And then I just decided today, I just wanted to put a 5-minute chart up, and I wanted to take a trade with us and just see how that works out. How's that going? I mean, is that something you would want to do? Sit and watch charts all day, sit and watch a trade go up and down. Shockingly, this trade's doing nothing, so I probably chose the wrong trade. Most trades will make a move either way in a really big hurry. But okay, that's life. It's like getting a cheap funded account and trading it out live. Yeah. Totally. How much would you need in your account for it to be worth it? Look, if you want to make money in the markets, and a lot of people have said to me, can you make a living trading? Yes, of course you can make a living trading. And that's why funded accounts are actually not the worst thing for a lot of people, because you can get a decent size account and you can actually make money based on that principle of having a funded account. Now, can you believe it? The nuclear power station sirens are going off again. I hope that's not a real thing, because the other day it was just a test. Hopefully this is not the real thing. I'm out of here otherwise. Gotta go. But anyway, as I say, on the funded accounts, you can get a decent size account, you can trade, and you can actually make some money. The big problem with making a living trading is, you know, you're going to make maybe 20% per annum on your trades, maybe 10% per annum on your trades, or something like that, 10, 20 to 30%, right? So, you know, you've got to work out for yourself, can $20,000 or $30,000 actually sustain you? You know, in all likelihood, not. So you're probably going to need about $100,000 to make any money at the end of the day, depending on what country you live in and how much money you need. How much money do you need to get through the year? And then you can't rely on that profitability on a monthly basis. You can't rely on how much am I making at the end of the month to pay the bills. You've got to look at it over the period of the year, because you have months where you make nothing and you have months where you make loads. And that's unfortunately the way the markets work. You know, it takes, asked how you become confident determining whether to hold your trades to full target or trail your setup in profit. I hear that adjustment of your stop loss and profit messes with the dynamic of your actual edge, and it does. Okay. So it's not about becoming confident. It's about becoming almost numb to it. In other words, You know, when you're looking at this demo account now, and it doesn't matter whether you win or lose. It's not real. It doesn't matter. Okay. And it's not your money, so you don't care, whatever the case. Well, that's kind of the feeling that I've got with real money now when I'm trading. It doesn't bother me at all. It would if I went over a certain threshold or level of money, then I would probably be like, well, I'm trading too big here, and I'll start sweating. But with the levels that I trade at, it's just numbers. It's not a worry. So it's not about becoming confident. It's almost like becoming numb to it. So I've learned to be patient, sit on my hands and wait to take the profit. Or if I see it's getting close to Friday, or I see the markets are looking a bit iffy, then I'll put the trailing stops on and I'll let it trade it out, take my profit. Doesn't matter. Had I been scalping anyway, I would have taken that profit, and so what? You know what I mean? I would have made the money like that anyway. But the way I trade is by holding on and being patient and watching for my edge and trying to make that profit. So sitting on your hands. And it's just a question of over time you get used to it. In the beginning, if you're losing $1, it's painful. But over the years, it's sort of you grow into it and you grow into the size of the trades. That's basically how it works. Hi, Rob. You've been trading for 30 years. Do you ever wonder there must be a simple way to approach the market? Wendy, that's what I'm trying to show you. The simple way to approach the market. That's what I'm trying to show you guys. The simplest way to approach the market is to understand. That's why I draw the support and resistance, and I say just approach the market with the understanding that it's 50-50 and keep the strategy in place. And that's the simplest way you're ever going to be able to approach the market. There is no simpler way. I absolutely love watching the charts and scalping all day. I stopped scalping because, like Rob said, because it worked out like Rob said it would. Yeah, that exactly what I'm trying to show you guys here. That's how it's going to work out. It's not going to end well. It's going to end bad. Okay, so I don't know. We'll come back to this and we'll see how it ended. How's that? Okay, so we're going to go back to our normal charts, and I think what we'll do is we'll come back to this and we'll see how it all ended. We'll see how it all worked out. Somebody asked me about the funded accounts, and these are the funded accounts. These are how much they cost now. So you can get a $100,000 account will cost you $250. It's not too bad. You know, I've left a link for you there if you want to go and get those accounts at those prices and whatnot. So it's all there for you. And I would make a lot of small wins and then I'd lose my profit in one trade gone bad. Exactly what I said to you, Lincoln. At the times the price dropped so fast I couldn't get out reliably. You see, that's the problem with these short-term trades. I'm going to leave this behind. We're going to go back to our normal stuff. But this is what I always say to you guys is you make 9 wins and then that one loss takes you out and it takes out all those wins. So it's going to go into the red now. So if you guys want to see it go into the red, you can see it go into the red. No, it's not going into the red. But there's your 5-minute trading, okay? And don't worry, guys, not a real account. That's just a demo there. Coffee. Okay, you let me know how you went, and let me know if you made your profit there. That's great. You've got that one. Look, there you go. Look how quickly that went red. Did you see that? We were $400 in the profit. Look at that, $101 in the red. How long did that take? Man, seconds. Look at that. It's gone. It's in trouble. Going down the bathroom. There you go. And I actually wanted to click away now, but now that's starting to show its true colors there. Now what it'll probably do in all likelihood, it'll probably come back in here, take some more money, and then go up. We'll come back and we'll come and have a look at it a bit later and we'll see how it's going. So we've taken a 5-minute trade, and guess what? We're not even going to watch it. Look, it's back in the green again. We're not even going to watch it. Trump tariffs are really causing havoc in the markets now, aren't they? Becoming a real pain in the... You tell me. Okay, there we go. Back to our normal 4-hour, and it looks like we're in trouble there. It looks like we're losing there. That's not the best. Let me just go and see what's going on here. Okay. Let's just go and see what's happening here. All right, so our Swissy franc is giving us a headache. It's going the wrong way. We shall see what happens with that. We'll see if it turns around and goes back up. There is some levels here. I'll put the stop loss way down here. And on this particular one, I'm really just going to sit on my hands and see how it plays out. Somebody said something about another trade. Wendy, what trade did you have? Did you say Euro CAD? Ooh, that's... No, maybe it was something else. Let's just go have a look here. I'm pretty sure Euro CAD short. You did... Okay, I don't think we should be going short on the Euro CAD just yet, because we're going to end up with another big red line like this. If I look at this, then we can't go short on it just yet, the Euro CAD, Wendy, because see, if we take it to the line chart, look at that. Ooh, that's like a lamp pole formation. And lamp poles do fall over, but goodness me, that's straight up. That's straight up. And the only way you can take this trade is effectively when it passes through here somewhere, which is really far down. There's no sign at all that we can take a short on this. This would be, look on the weekly. Oh, straight up. That's a, you know what that is, Wendy? Break through resistance, come back, retest, and go. This is going up. This is going straight up. Forget about it. That one's not going short. Okay, so we're not going short on that. That's for sure. That one's going straight up. Now this is our normal 4 hour, guys. This is not the this is our normal stuff. Brent crude, that gave us a pain yesterday because we were doing okay with it. We took the long and then it spiked down on us and stop loss. Okay, so yeah, we didn't lose the full amount. We got out over there just a little bit earlier, 170, because we had a 250 stop loss, but still not great. And then the other two trailed out. Yesterday was a tricky day. Bitcoin is going down again, but it's back in that area, that 90,000. It just keeps on going back into that area. It's really not doing much, is it? Are you in a short position, Wendy? Oh, okay. Non-stop hustle. Great British pound, Japanese yen. I know that's down here somewhere. There we go. Great British pound, Japanese yen. Ooh. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. Let's start all the analysis again. Let's redo everything. Great British pound, Japanese yen. That does look very bearish, doesn't it? Let's take it to the day chart. Let's take it up there. Let's just have a look at what we got here. Let's put a trend line in from here, just out of interest. I know it's only 2 points, but it's okay, guys. It's okay. That's just fine. You know, don't get too stressed about that. Let's just put a support level in here. Area where there's some money. There we go. That looks interesting. Okay, it's an area at the top here. That's quite high up there. This is narrowing down. Does look very short. Gotta say, it does look very short. Let's go down here. Okay. There's just a little bit of risk to reward is not great because your profits here and your risk is up here. So your risk is more than your reward here on this trade when you start looking at it in reality. But yeah, if you're taking it up there, that would have been great. But it's actually broken straight through the money here and heading down to this main level here. If you want to take a quick trade, you can. You might get this sort of 190 to 189. It's probably going to bounce out of here and go back up again. Yeah, Euro Great British Pound was trade of the day. It went well. Trailing stop took us out. Now it's still going up. Pity the trailing stop took us out, but it's okay. You know, it's fine. I was more concerned about all the things going on around it and me going to sleep and waking up with it down here in the morning. But yeah, it's going well now and continuing on to the upside. I'm not sure how far it'll go. Maybe it'll go all the way to the top. Who knows? If it gets there, I'll take the short down again. But it went well yesterday. Yeah, it's okay. That did good. UK 100 should be short. Let's see what it's doing. And yes, it is. It's short. So it is still short. Okay, let's just have a look here. Risk to reward. Okay, let's just take all these levels out again. Let's just go and have a look at the day. And let me just take it to a line chart. Let's just see what we've got here. Okay. I'm going to put that on a yellow. Okay, that's on the day chart, guys. That's on the day chart. I just wanted to see what that looks like. And we've got room. No, I'm going to take that out. That's rubbish. It doesn't need to be there. I think we've got a nice top level here. Down here is where the actual support's all the way down at the bottom here. The support's quite far away. Okay. So what we're looking at here is if that actually breaks through that level there, then we've got quite a nice trade to the short side, all the way down to here. Does have to break through though. Okay, what's that? UK 100. So that's a FTSE on its way down. Okay, sounds good. Yeah, we were short yesterday on the US dollar, Canadian dollar, and I'd stay short on it. Stay short on it. It's just maybe I should get back into it. Let me just have a look here. I'm not adverse to getting back into it, to be honest. To be fair, look, there is a bit of a green candle there, but to be fair, I'm not I'm not adverse to getting back into it. It's not the worst trade, but it seems to be bouncing up at the moment. But let's see what it does. See what it does. I mean, if it gets back up to where we got out, that'd be great. Carry on with the trade. I was already in on the Euro Great British Pound when you called it trade of the day yesterday, which is all down to what I've learned from you. I'm very grateful. I'm glad you won on it, Kevin. I'm glad you did well on it. That's great. And look, that's one of those trades. I wish we hadn't got taken out in the trailing stop, but that's my fault. But yeah, that would have been a full-on one. It's going to go all the way. It looks like it's a great trade. It's a good trade. Looks like it's working out. I'm hoping this CHF JPY works out as well. Australian dollar, Canadian dollar. Yeah, that looks like it's going to the long side. That actually, AUD CAD looks like it's going long. Looks like it's broken to the upside. Yeah, looks like it's going to go back up. Looks like a pretty good trade. Okay, so that looks pretty decent. I wonder if it's going to go all the way or if it's going to give us a bit of... No, it's broken through here as well. So I think, guys, we're going to take a trade on AUD CAD. We're going to go long. A buy. Let's just have a look at the stop loss. Stop loss at 90400. 90400. And that will take that down to about there. Okay. And I'll take profit. Put it at 92. Okay, guys, there's a trade. We can buy that. Hopefully it keeps going up. Okay. See how that works out. Another trade in the bag for the team. Okay, there we go. I didn't even ask you guys. I just took the trade. Australian dollar, Canadian dollar. Ooh. Okay, let's see how that plays out. Oh, yes. Shall we go back and see how our 5-minute trading's going? Just for information's sake. Should be quite interesting just to see what's going down. Take that out of the way. And let's just... Confusing myself here again. Okay, that's fantastic. Good thing to do. There's the news. And we're going back to... There. Okay. There we go. Okay, there you go. It's broken to the upside. It's going to the upside. It's $700 in profit. Okay. Guess we should start trading on 5-minute charts, guys. But you all know what's going to happen, don't you? It's gonna turn on its head and it's going to give you hell. But yeah, okay, that's what can happen. But you see what the problem with the 5-minute thing is, right? Now, we all know this is demo, and we all know this is a bit of fun, the 5-minute chart, right? But what actually happens is there's a lot of guys out there that will show you this, okay? And you'll be like, ooh, I'm going to make so much money on the 5-minute charts. And you'll see a few of these trades happen, and you'll be like, that's great, and it'll go and it'll make a fortune. And then you'll get into it with real money, and it'll just be a complete disaster, and it'll just go red, and you'll just end up losing a fortune. So I get it. I get where everybody's coming from with the 5-minute trading and all the rest of it. But, you know, you see the positive. Look at that. It was at $705 and now it's down to, well, it was at 200, now it's at 378. This is high stakes trading, guys. This is how quickly it goes up and down. And the guys show you the wins and they show you how it's winning and all the rest of it. But, you know, there's so many times that it goes the other way. And maybe you just don't see it. Maybe they just don't show it to you. Okay, I'll leave it a bit longer and we'll see what it does, just which way it takes. And almost betting it's going to take the downside, but my luck, it'll go up. Let's see how that goes. We'll see how that goes. See how it works out and whatnot. Okay. I hope we're on that chart now. Yeah, there we are. Okay. Back on our normal trading stuff. How many people we got live streaming today? We got anybody here? Oh, this is... we've had a few people come through. Yeah. Kevin says that looks great. Yes, well, it does look great. And that's the trouble. It always looks great. It looks stunning. You know, you look at it and you think, oh, that's great. The thing with 4 hours position trading and even day position trading is you can be that much more relaxed about the trade. You've got that much more distance, and the information you're trading on is that much more reliable. Just remember that. You know, with that 5-minute chart there, I'm basically gambling. I'm basically going to the roulette table and saying, red or black. You know, that's basically what I'm doing on a 5-minute chart. And I put my money down and it either goes for me or it goes against me. It's 5-minute charts. It's not going to give you a fantastic result, I can promise you. Over the period of trades, you know, if you win 5 trades in a row, you're going to become so confident, you're going to think this 5-minute trading works like a dream. And then that one's going to come, like, I think it was Lincoln that said it comes and it sweeps you off your feet and takes all the money. Okay. Yep. I got asked now, do you ever get FOMO or any of the other negative emotions that push you towards the bad decisions in the market, even after this many years in the game? Yep. All the time. I make the same mistakes over and over again. Why? I'm a human being. You know, it's the strangest things will get you to make a mistake. The stupidest things. I'll be sitting, having dinner, watching something else, whatnot, and I'll come and check the trades, and I'll look at it and I'll go, oh, and I'll just make a stupid decision. And afterwards I'll think, why did I do that? It's psychological, guys. The fear of missing out That is one of the worst decisions that you can ever make. And chasing trades, or trying to revenge trade, or getting angry at the trading, or it's funny how you think someone's chasing you. You just get angry, like, why? How can that happen? After all these years, those emotions still come through. What does happen over a number of years, like I said earlier, is you kind of numb out the figures, you kind of numb out the numbers, you kind of get used to it. Let's put it that way. You get used to that being just numbers, and it's not as big a deal as it used to be. You don't sweat over one buck, but you still find yourself looking at the screen. You still find yourself looking at the numbers. It's still exciting to see it go green like that. It's still, that those emotions stay with you. They don't go away. It never goes away. I think once the emotion is completely gone, maybe you shouldn't be trading anymore. You still got to have something. You still got to have some FOMO. You still got to have some form of fear. It's still got to be there. I think if it's completely gone, you might be in trouble. Then you might not be human anymore or something, but you could really hurt yourself by doing something insane because you just don't have emotions to go with it. The emotions keep you safe at the end of the day because that's what they're there for. For example, the fear emotion is a good example of that. The whole idea of fear is, if you had a dinosaur in your backyard, and you know what it does, and you've got a fear for it, you're not going to go and stand in front of it and say, "Hello, dinosaur," because you know you're going to get eaten, and that's what the whole point is at the end of the day. So that same fear principle applies to your trading. You're not going to go and do something insanely stupid because you've got that fear receptor that says to you, don't do that, because you're going to see and you don't do it. That's what it's all about. When that's gone completely, when you've lost that completely, you could be in trouble. It's like having no pain receptors, for example. People that can't feel pain actually get injured quite badly and can die. It's you need that. That's what pain's about. You have pain to tell you, your finger's broken. Don't do anything stupid now. Go and have it fixed. So you need that. You do need that. You can't get over that. So yes, after all the years and all the experience, you will still make mistakes. You'll numb out a lot of the stuff and you'll get over a lot of the stuff. The one thing you'll find yourself doing is telling yourself that, you can't do that because obviously if you do that, these are the rules that you've made for yourself. You're breaking your own rules. So you do kind of understand that you don't want to do that. For example, I won't trade 5-minute charts with real money anymore. I've done that before. I've made that mistake. I've realized what the result was, and I made a promise to myself that I won't do it again because it doesn't work. Even though you think it works, it doesn't work. So I know now for myself that that's a silly thing to do, and I won't go back and do it again. That's it. I've made that rule. You've got to speak to yourself as well and say, don't do it, or, whatever the case. Yeah, you say, have you had crazy emotional moments in trading? I've had some insane, crazy emotional moments in trading. Let me tell you. Not only back in my start, halfway through my trading career sometimes. It takes years to get over that. I don't, would you say you prefer breakout trading as opposed to trading ranges with support and resistance? I don't have any real preference, but when I see a breakout like that, it is exciting because there's a breakout. So there's a good chance that breakout is going to continue on to a reasonable level. So, but I don't see it as a better trade than, say, the CHF JPY, which is just sort of coming out of support. So look, at the moment, maybe the breakout trade's doing better than that, but I don't see it as anything better. I don't have any preferences to which one I prefer, which is why I made the rule of trading 3 ways. And the one is with trend. Now, I understand trading with a trend is probably the safest bet that you've got. Because trading with a trend, it's going that way. You're going with the flow of the waves. You're not trying to swim against the tide. So, 9 times out of 10, it's going to work out for you. Trading in a range is also great because you know where the top is, you know where the bottom is. But the range is a little bit second to trend because we all know that one or other time it's going to break out of the range and resolve itself. So that's got its problems. And then obviously counter trading is the most dangerous one. And that's normally breakout trading because it's countering a trend when it breaks out usually. Or it's breaking out in a trend, which is great. If it's breaking out in a trend, like in this case, it's great. But yeah, the counter trading is the most dangerous one. So yeah, I like breakouts, yeah, but I wouldn't say it's my favorite or anything like that. Whichever one works. That's my favorite trade is the one that works. What's happened to the Brent? Okay. Obviously the Brent, we were in the trade yesterday and it stopped us out. Okay. We got stopped out in Brent yesterday and now it's going back up, but it's still below the trend resistance, so not much going on there. Usually thanks from engagement, Rob, AVD, all the all-in stream. I have another commitment. Have a good evening all. Cheers, Luigi. Thanks for being here. With 10 years of trading, I feel that my problem isn't analyzing the charts, but not losing control of the risk management. And that is the difficult part. You see, that is the most important part of trading. At the end of the day, the charts have only two possible directions, up or down. And that's exactly what I say to you guys. The charts are not going to make you the money. The charts, if you take a trade, no matter which trade you take, it's got only two ways it's going to go. It's going to go up or it's going to go down. So there's no easy solution to that. But managing the trade is where it all goes pear-shaped. Because, let's be honest, everyone goes on a course and everyone learns how to trade. Everyone learns how to trade. Everyone's excited about learning how to trade. And you go on the course and every single system they teach you works. There isn't a system in the stock market that doesn't work. All these squiggly line systems, all these indicators, all these goodies, they all work. Every single one of them works. So why is it that only 30% of traders can actually make a win out of position trading? Why is it that only 1% of traders can make a win out of 5-minute trading if all the systems work? Because surely, if all the systems work, everyone should be winning. And that is the basis of the problem. It's not the squiggly lines that make you the money. It's not the system that makes you money. It's the strategy. It's being able to get over the psychology. It's being able to manage the strategy and get around the strategy that'll make you the money at the end of the day. That's the point. That is the whole point. Peter, at least somebody's watching. Like at the end of the day, someone's here, someone's having a go. It's all about getting a few people in and eventually people will see the light and they'll join the club and they'll all come over and they'll join us. But as it is at the moment, I understand, Peter, that there's very few people that want to hear it as it is. Most people want to hear the fancy 5-minute charts and the up and showing the big wins and all the rest of it. And they don't want to hear that it's difficult to trade. They don't want to hear that you could lose. And they don't want to hear that it's about strategy. They want to hear about the systems and the little charts and the flashy things and whatnot. It takes time. People will come. People will learn. People will find us and they'll join us. But as it stands at the moment, I'm getting it over to a few guys. A few of you guys are with us here and you learning something. And look at it this way. At least you guys are benefiting from it and you might just be part of the 30%. Whereas the others will all be running around going amok, looking for another system every 5 minutes and trying to work it out. So yeah, like I say, I'm not too concerned about that right now. I would like to see it do a bit better, as I've said in previous shows. Wouldn't it be nice to have 100 people streaming or whatever? Because I see these other guys with their live shows and they've immediately got 1,000 people watching with them. But I mean, they've been around for years and they're showing all the fancy, flashy stuff, which I'm not. And I get it. You know, I understand that maybe I'm not as interesting as those guys when it comes to that sort of thing yet. But we'll get there. It takes time. We'll definitely get there. Okay, so you asked, would you consider re-entering trades such as the Brent one you took, and what would it take for me to re-enter? Of course, I'm looking to re-enter. That's why I've drawn that resistance line in there. So here we go. We had a long because we had a plan, and our plan was that it's coming out of support, it's going green, so we took a buy. Maybe a little bit early, but we took a buy all the same because we felt that that was a good trade. And it went against us. We got stopped out. So here's the thing, that the emotion that you've got to get over. The first thing is you don't want to revenge trade it, and the second thing is you don't want to be angry with it. Why should I be angry with it? You know, like, I'm never going to trade Brent again. No, it doesn't work like that. What I'm looking for on Brent is a completely new trade. Whether it happens now, whether it happens today, whether it happens tomorrow, that doesn't matter. I'm looking for a completely new trade. And that completely new trade setup is, as I've drawn it here, when that green candle passes through that trend resistance, probably up to the 70 level and closes, then I'll look at another long trade going to the upside. Opposite to that is if it comes down, breaks out to the downside, and gives me a red candle going down, I'll take the short to the downside. That said, I would much rather prefer the long trade because it is pretty much at the bottom of its range, and as we know, it generally kind of ranges between the 70 and the 80 at the moment. So I'm on the weighing towards the side of a long trade because it gives me a much better risk to reward. The reward looks good. It looks like, you know, because 80 is the reward and we're in the 60s here. But by the same token, you know, we've got to be. Ooh, that was a bit scary, and that said disconnecting and reconnecting. So hopefully you guys are still got the stream going strong here. Okay, so the likes are growing. That's good news. Been fighting not to let algos know my stop, but now I realize there's no choice but to try and do mental stop. They work way faster, and I will blow my account before I can react or choose. Okay, Mark, you know, it's not algos that are searching out your stop. It's other traders, okay? And generally pro companies, pro traders, things like that. It's not algos. It's actually like if a big pro decides they want to take a short on Brent or a long on Brent, what they're doing is they're hunting out liquidity. They're not looking for your stop loss. They're looking for liquidity. And what you do in the depth of market is you advertise that you've put your order in there, so they know there's money there. And if they're prepared to pay that money for it, then they're going to take your order because it's there. So you've advertised to them that it's for sale, so they're going to buy it from you. It's like if you have a shop and you advertise something for sale and somebody comes and buys it from you, then you can't expect them not to buy it from you. You advertised it to them. It's there. They bought it from you. It's not algos. People will tell you it's algos and it's maths and it's fractal. It's human beings. It's people in the market that are looking for that money. Now, big professionals and huge companies can't have automated stop losses or take profits because their trades are too big. Now, if you think about that logically, I just said their trades are too big. If your trade's too big, what do you need? You need liquidity. Where do you find that liquidity? In the market. Someone's put it there. Now, I always look at it as, I'm so irrelevant and so small that if I do put my order in there, I'm happy that my order's there. That's where I want my order to be. And if they do take it out, then so be it, because that's where the order was meant to be. And seriously, they're not looking for my little order. It just happens to be there for them to take. And I'm glad there's someone there to buy it, take it, whatever the case. So don't look at it like that. Don't look at it that way. But yes, obviously, if you have the time and you can do it manually, there's no problem with that. It's the best way to do it because you're not advertising where you're putting it. But by the same token, if the price does get down to that level and it flies through it and you're doing it manually, are you going to have the power to say, well, I've got to get out of this trade? And then by the time you've thought about it, it's already another 100 miles away and wiping out your account. So, you've got to, you're at odds with yourself on that one. You've got to look at that. Okay. But yeah, I get it. I do get it. The mental stop, I do get it. Okay. And it does work. Yes, at the moment, it's great having a solid small community. And I think even if it gets bigger, it'll always be a solid small community. There'll be people that come and go. There are people that watch my videos. Sometimes they get large amounts of views, sometimes not everyone. But people come and go, and people are either interested or they're not interested. I started the live show really on request because a few people asked for it. And I've realized that the live show is good, and it gives us a chance to communicate and give you the answers that you need, and we get some back and forth. So yeah, I'm not worried. We keep it going. There's a few people at least that are interested, and there's a few people that will gain something from it. And as long as somebody's gaining something from it, that's great. That's fantastic. I'm putting the time in, and while I have the time, why not? It's great. There will be times that maybe I'll go on a cruise, or I'll get on a boat, or I'll take a drive or something, and it'll be a bit more difficult. Maybe then I'll have a trading series, Rob on holiday or something like that. We'll see. We'll try and make it happen for you guys anyway. But like I say, I do my best to try and be around for you guys and try and make it happen. And like you say, the big communities, big streamers, you just can't interact with people. Yeah, and also, but those as well, a lot of them, like I said, everybody's got something to offer. All of the guys out there have got something good to offer, and all the systems work. But a lot of the guys that are really popular are just, I gotta say, some of the stuff just doesn't make sense. So, that too. I just did small 3 micro 6-point scalp at the bottom of descending channel on, that's okay. Yes, it dropped out, but only for a second. The stream, I'm doing 2-minute Heiken Ashi with the 2617 MA trap. Okay. Right. Now look, the system you're using, like I said to you, all the systems work, everything. And believe me, I've traded on the systems. I've even used Ichimoku in the past. They all work, every single one of them. It's just that some of them are lagging indicators and that. I don't use Heiken Ashi because I like to see these spikes and whatnot. So I don't want to smooth out my chart. I want to see what's happening for real. Because when I look at a chart, I don't look at charts. I look at what's happening with the traders in the background. What's going on? Why is there a spike? There's all the buyers coming back into the market. I want to see when all the buyers are coming back into the market. Why are they all coming back into the market? What's happening with my Australian dollar, Canadian dollar? All the sellers are coming back into the market. And that's kind of hurting me, but it's okay because it's broken through here. It's a bit of a retest, and maybe it's going to go back up. I want to see it more clearly. So that, for me, it's not for me. But for you, Mark, if it works for you, then you trade with it. And that's why I say find a system that works for you. And I don't say to anyone, trade with my system because it's the only system that works. Definitely not. If you can pick up something from me, and you can pick up something from the next guy, and pick up something from another guy, and you can put all that together and make it work for you, that's bully for you. That's the best way to trade, actually, at the end of the day, rather than going on a course and trying to follow someone's exact path. Because no two traders can trade alike. I can sit here till I'm blue in the face and tell you my way, and you know what? The two of us will sit together and we won't trade the same way. And it's simply based on psychology. simply based on the way we trade psychologically. So at the end of the day, it's all about the strategy. What I do want from the guys is to understand that you need a business plan and you need a strategy in the market, because that's what's going to make you successful. These little squiggly lines, they're not going to make you successful. Yeah, look, the replay sessions are useful for making a solid video. Like, for example, if my Monday, Wednesday, Friday sort of training videos and that sort of thing, replay sessions would be good for that. But I'm not a big fan of the replay sessions, because at the end of the day, no matter which one you pick, you kind of know where it went. You know, you kind of know where it's going and what it's done and that sort of thing. So, you know, whereas with real trading, you don't know what this is going to do next. You don't know, I don't know, nobody knows where that candle's going next or what's going to happen next. That's trading. Replay trading, you can go back on here with replay trading, but at the end of the day, you'll kind of know where it ended up and you'll trade in that direction. It's natural human psychology. You'll just sort of go down that road. Whereas where we stand at the moment, this is real shit. You don't know where this is going next. Nobody knows where that's going next. That's kind of it. It's kind of interesting. So I just had a look, and I know you guys can't see it, but I just had a look, and that 5-minute trade is at the moment $400 in profit. Okay, so be it. I'm not saying that 5-minute trades always lose. I'm just saying that most traders who try to do the 5-minute trading don't win. Okay. At least we got loads of likes today. That's good news. And maybe it'll help the channel. Mark, which prop firm are you trading here? We are trading with Funded Trader Markets on this one. Funded Trader Markets. If you want to have a look, there's a link in the description. I'm not going to go into the web page now. Okay, just click on the link and it'll show you everything. Okay. Divergences. What do you think of divergences? Is it worth looking into? Is it you, or is the voice breaking up? I do hope the voice is not breaking up. Let me know, guys, if it's falling apart. Could be falling apart. My internet could be falling apart or something. Earlier on, there was a bit of a break. So just check if it's Mark or if it's me that's causing the voice to break up. Okay. Maybe there's a problem with things slowing up or something. I get those days as well. I do live in South Africa, for heaven's sakes. Okay, so what do you think of divergences? Is it worth looking into? Look, divergences for me don't work all the time. It's like 50-50. I've used divergences on a number of cases, so I think you need the RSI for that. Put the RSI in and just do, you know, we mentioned replay now. Just do a replay on divergences, okay? And you'll see how often they actually don't work. Now, number one thing with divergence is they don't come up that often. And the number, they work well on a 5-minute chart, but on the 4-hour and the day charts, they're not there all the time. So you're not getting as many trades with divergence trading. But if you want to trade a divergence, the way I would trade divergence is, if you're looking at a trade and you see a divergence, take note of it. Take note of it and go, there's a divergence. That could mean something, right? But I don't trade specifically with divergences because I tested it out and effectively it was a big failure. So yeah. But yeah, use it as confidence. Use it as, oh, look at that, you know. It's a bit like if I look at a trade and if I was to draw the Fibonacci in, I would say, oh, look at that, you know. There's a bit of confluence in that. And then it actually fits into my whole picture or whatever the case, you know. For example, if you look at this trade we've taken here and we draw the Fibonacci in that we would have had in, it's broken past the 100%, which means it's a breakout and it's gone. and it's in confluence with what we've done here with our resistance, and it's in confluence with our trend resistance. So everything that's happening here is all in the same light. So if this trade does go against us, we'll be scratching our heads going, how did that happen? Okay, because we've followed the rules to the T to take that trade. If you look at many other trades and you say, ooh, what's happening here? For example, this is probably us in the golden zone. If we go and take this, and we go and take it, let's take it from the last sort of high here, and we put a fib in. Look at that, just into the golden zone, through, back, down, and that's your trade. But now you're hitting the 0 point here. It's not going to break through that. It's going to go back up again, probably go back into the golden zone. I'm just using that as an example, so you get confluence with things. So it's really all about getting confluence with certain things. There's no MACD. Look, you can use MACD. I think RSI is the better one to use for divergence. If you're going to trade with divergence, where's the indicators here? Boom, 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 boom. I don't use indicators, guys, so give me a sec here. I'm just going to find the indicators. There we go. All right. Let's put an RSI in. Relative strength index. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Just give me an RSI. Okay, there's your RSI. So what I normally do, okay, you'll see here on the RSI, I'm just going to explain divergence to you quickly. You can do it on MACD as well, but RSI is more reliable for divergence, is if the price has gone through the 70, or if it's gone through the 30, I'll put it as a valid divergence. But if it hasn't, I'll be kind of like, two minds about it. But divergence very much is where this goes the opposite way to that. But you can also use your RSI for example, the break to the downside. If you get a break to the downside like that, it probably happened a lot earlier than that, and you can actually see that it's breaking to the downside on your RSI as well. So you can use the trend change on your RSI as well, and you can check if there's any divergences going. But divergences will normally give you a good signal if the RSI goes above the 70 or below the 30. Just for information. It's probably not a good product to use it on because it was following it quite nicely, but just to say. Okay. This is C Trader. This one comes with Fund Trader Markets. You can also get Trading View with it. My cash accounts with MT5, MetaTrader 5. I always use that for that, but that is full of stuff. Like, you don't even want to see that. Okay. Sorry for the dumb. There's no dumb questions. I guess you take that a lot, but still, which trading broker do you use for your trading? Not talking about the prop firm challenge. I use a trading broker in South Africa called GT247. Frank, I hear you well. That's good. Okay. All right. There are many trading brokers that you can use. We've used AvaTrade. We've used IG. We've used... can hardly remember them all. But GT247 I've been with for probably 25 years. I also use them for an investment account. They've got a thing called Easy Equities. Absolutely amazing. If you're in South Africa and you want to have investments, I mean, they're so cheap. And look, it's one-to-one, obviously, and you don't get software and stuff like that. It's investments. So if you want to buy shares anywhere in the world, they offer that service as a broker. You can go and buy through them and they'll hold it for you. And you can buy partial shares if you want to. You don't even have to buy the whole share. So it's regulated by the JSE and all the rest of it, by the country. So yeah. Look, GT is owned by Purple Capital. Purple Capital is on the market, on the share market, and in the UK as well. They're a big company. But I mean, when I took them on, they weren't that big. I mean, they were much smaller than they are now. There's a few guys working there, and I got to know them, and it was great. We had a lot of fun. A lot of fun. And in those days, I was obviously investing quite a large sums of money, so yeah, maybe I was more important then than I am now. Okay. Scott says, thanks, Rob. Yeah, pleasure. Absolute pleasure. Absolute pleasure. Is this, where am I now? Am I on the US 500? Okay, that's where I put the RSI, right? Okay, no, that's great. Yeah, now obviously, yeah, I'm looking for indicators on this platform because the C Trader I only started using when I opened this account for you guys. Because clearly I opened this account so that we can trade together on the live shows and have a bit of fun and all the rest of it. And as I don't use indicators, I was like kind of searching here for where they are. I don't use them. I don't bother with them 9 times out of 10. I know where they are in my MetaTrader and all the rest of it. They're quite easy to find. But on any platform, all the platforms are the same, really. There's not much difference. They're all pretty much the same. I just want to quickly have a look at how's that 5-minute trade doing. So let me take you to the 5-minute demo trade that we had, okay, before we close off for the day. And let's go and have a look at what's going on there. I'm just going to move this down out of the way. That's not going to be in the way when we go there. And then let's just go there and just go and have... I'm not sure what that is, but that's... Well, guys, I'm just going to have to go there quickly and just move it to the Yahoo Finance again. It's a little bit iffy, you know, when it wants to change its page. But, yeah. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Okay, so there's that 5-minute thing, guys. Okay, so, I mean, we're going to close the show just now. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to close it out. But as you can see, this is how it moves. It moves up and down. I took the long through the trend resistance. It went up. It worked out. And it's actually working out the way it should be working out. What we would do in the normal circumstances is we would, okay, how do you do that? Take the stop loss, move it up, you know, and then it would take the stop loss out in profit and so on. And it would be the way to trade. So what you could do is just put it up there and probably take that trade out and you'd be on your way. But yeah, that's the 5-minute trading. This could have gone either way. It could have gone down to some horrific level down here, or it can go up to an amazing level up there. It's high stakes trading. So for the hour that we've been talking, we're $823 up. I'm going to close the position, and then our account would be at $830 in profit. So you know what I'm going to do, guys? I'm going to leave the account there. And next Tuesday, we're going to do this again. And you know why we're going to do this again next Tuesday? I bet you all can tell me. Because I want to show you guys that it's not the winning formula. Okay? So it looks great today. It looks like we're winning. But next week we're going to do it again. And then we'll see what happens then. We'll take similar trades. You guys can even choose the trades. No problem. And we'll see what happens next week and see how it goes. We'll see if it works out. Trading's a funny game, guys. It's not straightforward. It's not simple. It's not like, oh, we'll just trade and we'll just make money. Not that easy. US 500 is heading on to the downside. There we go. It would be lovely. I mean, I would love to be able to like trade the 5-minute charts and make a profit every time around. But like I say, I've tested it out before 100 times and I always end up breaking even at the end of the day. So, so yeah, that's Gary, you got your wife there. Ooh, damn. I'm in trouble now. No, just kidding. I'm glad to hear that someone's impressed. But yeah, yeah, just so as you know, guys. So I think we're going to do the 5-minute chart again on Tuesday. I'm going to leave it there. Wow, $830 in an hour. Now, I think most traders out there would be going, look at that. I made $830 in less than an hour. And that would be the title of the video. That would be the clickbait. And actually, I think I've got some clickbait for you on Friday. I've got a lovely thumbnail for you guys for Friday. A big clickbaity one. Ha ha ha. You guys are going to enjoy that one. Perfect. Now you've just got my mind spinning, man. We're going for clickbait, that's for sure. Right, anyway, just for fun. But yeah, so that's what the guys would tell you. And then they're not going to show you the losing trades. But guess what? I'm going to show you the losing trades. We're going to do that again. We're going to do it next week on Tuesday on that demo account. So it doesn't really matter. And we're going to see what happens then. We're going to see how that goes to see if it works out just as well. Now, these are the things that you would be doing on a daily basis. Can you imagine? You'd be like trading this thing over and over and over again. And some you'd be winning and some you'd be losing. Now, what's really demoralizing is when you trade 8 and you win 8 and you trade the 10th one and it just wipes you out. Takes all that profit off the table. Oh, that's insane. That's pretty much, when you're trading like that, you have to be scalping. Because like now, I have to walk away because we're gonna close now. We're gonna shut down. So there's no real way that I can leave that running and expect it to work. Although you'll notice that I did, because it's just a demo and it didn't really matter which way it went. And I just wanted to see which way it would go within the hour. But yeah, guys, going to be on my way now. Going to head off now. Do please come back and watch the videos that I put out on, on the Monday, and the videos that I put out on the Wednesday and sometimes the Friday. And then over the weekend, I'm going to try and bring you out a video which gives you the trade of the week. We'll go through the weekly trades. And but yeah, watch the videos and like them, because it does help the channel. It gives it a little bit of a boost as well. And I do want the channel to be decent, because that's why I'm doing this, and having a bit of fun with it. And I'm addicted to making YouTube videos now as well as trading. It's horrific. It's amazing, you get addicted to trading and then you go and get addicted to YouTube as well. That's insane. But it's fun. I love it. It's great. Looks like that's going to turn green for us, so hopefully that works out. We've got the 2 trades on. I'll leave them on. Should I leave them for the weekend? I don't know. I'll see how we go. But guys, I want to thank you for being here. I want to thank you for watching. It's been great. It's been fun as always. I just love being here. I have so much fun doing these shows for you guys. You can't believe it. Even though there's only 22 of you guys here now. But one day there'll be more. It's so much fun doing it. I'm enjoying doing it. So we'll keep on doing it. And I'll see you on Tuesday at 11 o'clock GMT +2. If you guys can make it. Otherwise, it'll be next Thursday at 2:30 GMT to +2 again. Don't forget, come back for the weekend show. Monday, Wednesday, Friday videos. And enjoy them. Cheers, guys. Cheers, ciao, and bye. Have a fantastic trading week. Keep your feet on the ground and reach for the